But yes, I am very excited to get on this live and talk about my new products that, well, the products aren't new, but the designs are new. And so this is going to be really, really cool. Like literally you can see I have not opened the box at all. I'm trying to cover my address. So yeah, for any of these boxes, and I'm not really sure, I'm sort of assuming that this box is the third item, but we'll find out on this live whether or not it is the third item. It sounds like it is. It's just interesting that they came in like different boxes, like these two are the same, but I think I know why. Okay, so for a lot of people, they may know this about me, but I would say it may not be as general, but nonetheless. So one of the things that has always been an interest of mine, like ever since I was young, has been astrology, right? Like I talked about this in one of my morning messages on my Dr. Tasia White page about how like growing up, like my mom would always have like astrology books, and just astrology has just been something that like my family has always had an interest in. Like I found out like my aunts used to do birth charts, and now that's something that I do with my Chiron page. And so just astrology has always been a thing that has been of interest to me. And I'm looking over at my phone that is currently buzzing. But nonetheless, astrology has always been really big, and you know, for me it was just sort of like a hobby, like sort of something that I knew like back in college when my friends and I had our own radio show. There would be a few times where like we would just talk about the different signs, and I would just share my insight on, you know, different sun signs and, you know, how they interact with certain people and stuff like that. And I remember like one of the co-hosts being like, you really know a lot about this. And for me, it was just like, I just knew it, and I just assumed other people were interested in it. And then I found out that no, they weren't. And so I just was very knowledgeable. And so since then, my interest has grown, as you can see. And like specifically with my Chiron page, like, you know, I focus on astrology, and like I said, I do birth charts as well, like birth chart reports. So not the actual chart, although I include a picture of it, but I'll go in depth about like how to best work with the energies in said birth charts. And that's sort of what the new line of mugs is going to be focused on, astrology. And it's going to have like a slightly different twist. So I would say since my initial introduction to astrology, like much of the focus was on like one's sun sign, and a sun sign is like, you know, when you were born. So like I was born in December, so my sun sign is Sagittarius. However, when you look at someone's birth chart, there are like other points on the chart that are also significant. And so like where the moon was the day I was born is significant, and so that's my moon sign. And then what sign was across from, I forget how the ascendant is configured, but essentially like wherever the nodal point for the ascendant was in Leo. And so my moon sign is Taurus, and my rising sign or ascendant sign is in Leo. And so, you know, I try to best figure out how to navigate those energies, right? And so what I've decided to do was to design a line of mugs that focuses on one's sun, moon, and rising sign, right? I think that sounds pretty cool. I know when I first came up with it, like I was super duper excited. Like, like I was just like, oh my gosh, like I've never seen anything like this before. And I'm really excited to share my ideas with all of you. And so like when I first started the Positivi-Tea shop, that was like one of the first designs that I did, but I decided to wait because one, it was just massive, right? Because there are 12 signs. And so coming up with designs for 12 signs, and then I had to repeat that 3 times. So the 12 sun signs, the 12 moon signs, and the 12 rising signs. And then given my interest in astrology, I really wanted to make them specific to that sign, right? And so there's like this, I I called it an astrological sentence. I don't know if that's the correct word or the correct frame for it, but like typically for those who are really into astrology, they're familiar with the statement, I am a blank with the soul of a blank, wearing the mask of a blank. And so in my case, I am a Sagittarius with the soul of a Taurus, wearing the mask of a Leo. And I decided to focus on that in terms of the design for said mugs. And I'm eventually going to expand into like other products. Like hopefully by the middle of this week, I'll have some t-shirts up, as well as some like pillows and things like that. But I really wanted to at least get the mugs out tomorrow, because if you are, again, very, very into astrology, you'll know that tomorrow is the start of the new astral year. And so, you know, in astrology, like the first sign is Aries. And so unlike Beyonce and her sign song, it's not Capricorn, even though Capricorn is in January. And, you know, if you're following the Gregorian calendar, then absolutely Capricorn is first. But in the astrological calendar, Aries is first, and tomorrow is the first day of Aries, and it's also International Astrology Day. And so I figured, why not launch it on International Astrology Day, given the whole premise behind it? And so that's it. That's my big announcement. So I hope that you enjoy it. Have a good day. See you later. Okay, no, I'm not gonna leave it there. Obviously, I'm going to show you some of the samples so that you can get a sense for whether or not this is something that you want to do, right? And I'm really excited about the design because I thought it looked really nice, and, you know, got some other people's input, and they also agreed. So it's like not just the concept, but the design part I'm really excited about too. And so I was trying to be intentional in terms of what I shared. So I ordered for myself my sun, moon, and rising sign. And then I ordered different types. So for my sun sign, I got just the plain white. For my moon sign, I actually got the mug in black. So not black coated, but like an actual black mug. And so you have the option to, you know, choose black or white, or if you want to get like a color coding around the white mug, you can do that, or you could just get an all black mug. And so I'm excited for you to see that one, and I'm guessing that's what's in this box, but we shall see. So with that said, I'm going to open up this first box, and I'm already doing it wrong, so there we go. All right, so let's see what this first mug is. Ooh, it's the Leo mug. I can tell by the color. Okay, so, ta-da! So this is my Leo mug. So as you can see, it says Leo rising, and it has a little arrow, which is typically how the rising sign is seen on one's birth chart. It's usually an arrow, and you have the lion up here for Leo. And then on the back, it says, I wear the mask of a sovereign. So Leo is very much like in that like royalty, like hierarchy, like monarch kind of energy. And so I put sovereign to be gender inclusive, but also just, you know, recognizing that we need to stay in our sovereignty. And I think just having this little tiara necklace is very much me tapping into my Leo energy, even though that's not why I got it. It was actually a gift from my mom, but I feel like it's just very fitting. So this is my Leo mug. So just so you can see the full range and the design. It's gold and you know, blue with some of the symbols, so you can see the little fire because Leo is a fire sign. And yeah, I wanted to do something that stood out, something that, you know, would be just really cool design wise. So I'm just gonna bring this a little bit closer so that you can see it a little bit more closely. And again, this is the coated one. So the mug is white, but they just coated it with this like pink background. And since my favorite color is pink, I figured why not get the Leo one in that one. All right, so that is the Leo mug, my Leo rising mug. And so that means this next box should be my sun mug. And it is. All right, so as I said, I am a Sagittarius sun, and so that is what my mug says. And on the back it says, I am an explorer, because Sagittarius, like, we are the explorers of the zodiac. We're the ones like looking for, you know, on this journey, whether it be, you know, journey in terms of like religion, journey in terms of higher education, journey in terms of traveling. Like, we love to travel, so I am an explorer. As you can see, again, at the little fire here and the sun here, just showing that this is my sun sign. So these are our first two. Again, I'm loving how they turned out. Like, the print looks really, really cool to me. Like, the quality looks really, really good. So that is really exciting. And I just realized my nails match the Leo one, because again, pink is my favorite color. So there you go. Okay, so last but not least, before we close out, assuming I can get this box open. This one they wrapped a little bit differently. All right, so this black mug, I already like it. Here we go. So this is my, oh, it's a little dusty. That's not the the mug, that's just dust from it being in the box. So this is my Taurus moon mug. So as you see, it's similar, very similar design. Like, I tried to keep it somewhat consistent. It's just that, you know, on the black mugs, I had to change the color so that you can actually see the sun or the moon. But yeah, so there's that. And then on the back, I have the soul of a creative, because Taurus moon people are very creative, because we like to build, we like to create things. And you see the little earth there, because Taurus is an earth sign. And so again, I tried to be very intentional about my designs, very intentional about the words that I use to best describe each of the zodiac signs, and also recognizing that, like, you know, how someone is presenting in terms of their moon sign is different from their rising sign, right? And so, for example, if you are a Sagittarius moon, I didn't put that, you know, you have the soul of an explorer. I put something different because I wanted to recognize that there are some differences between them. So, hey, thanks for joining. So this is it. These are my lovely designs that will be available on my shop tomorrow on International Astrology Day. And so you can purchase your own and get one for your sun, moon, or rising, or all three like I did. And I will say they're, you know, pretty lightweight, like nothing too heavy. I'm very much looking forward to putting coffee or tea in these, and they're pretty deep. So yeah, so this is it. These are my lovely designs. And like I said, I will be doing some version of this on like pillows and t-shirts later on in the week. Like, I'll be putting those up. It's just a slightly different design structure that I'm working with. So it's just taking me a little bit longer to get those started. But nonetheless, all of the mugs will be available starting tomorrow. So make sure you check it out. And also, there will be a promotion for the first 2 weeks that I launch this. So they'll be available for, you know, a few months, and then I'll start to do some new designs. But if you use the promo code Astro, you will get 10% off your order, like your complete order. So if you decide to get all three, you'll get 10% off of the entire order for all three, okay? So I hope that you check it out. And my website is Positivi-Tea.shop. So please make sure you check it out. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right? See you later. Bye.